Hey, take a look at this view. Kind of cool. This picture coming to us from Katie McKinney. She captured this photo over in Mays earlier in the week as the weather was definitely warming up, though I know recently we've had a little relief with all the rain coming in, but still a pretty neat view. Certainly we'd love to see pictures of what's happening near you. You can post them directly to our Facebook fan page or send them to us via the Cake First Alert weather app. Hey, today is we're trending with this really fun topic. We're talking about National Root Beer Float Day. And I want you to take a look at these different places that make their own root beer. So it's Root Beer Float Day. I gathered a bunch of different places across Cake Land that give us a little bit of that homemade taste, including Jella's Diner over in Hayes. We have Il Vicino Wood Oven Pizza in Wichita, BJ's Restaurant over here in Wichita as well, Walnut River Brewing in El Dorado. We also have New Way here in Wichita. The list continues though, my friends. A lot of folks chiming in, telling me their favorite places to go, including Blind Tiger over in Topeka, and then of course A&W Restaurants right here in Kansas. We have a lot of them here in Kansas. So this morning we're lucky because we have A&W here in studios to share a bit about the root beer making process, because I think sometimes people are a little fascinated when it comes to food and such. So what I thought would be nice is we have Mark here to share a bit about what we need to know in regards to root beer. So glad
Awesome.
to have you this morning.
Thank you.
So what exactly goes into the process of making root beer?
All right, for the A&W root beer process, we start off with a gallon of our A&W root beer concentrate, followed by 4 gallons of water, and then 40 pounds of granulated sugar.
Just 40 pounds, that's it?
Just 40 pounds.
Oh my goodness,
That's
it's a lot of
correct.
sugar, but it goes into making that, that quintessential, that common drink that America loves,
Correct, and that is a syrup, so it'll be diluted when it goes through the system.
Absolutely, it's okay. I think everybody understands that for sure. Yeah. But when it comes to it, so you go and you take those items, and then what do you do?
Okay, all of those are in sequence or put into a paddle mixer.
Okay.
This is plugged into a timer, and it's makes this for approximately 60 minutes.
60 minutes.
60 minutes.
Well, not too bad. Is there anything that, when going and joining A&W, were you surprised by everything that goes into making the root beer in this process?
Yes, because for some period of time it was bag in a box. It was pre-made and came to us. So this is something that all of our restaurants have gone to, and the guests are telling us it's a much better product. So yeah.
And it makes you proud, I'm sure, to
Absolutely.
have that thing
100%.
that people really look forward to. And to be named as, when I was asking people on our Facebook fan page days ago, tell me your favorite place to go. And they say, their number of restaurants, but they also included A&W in that list. What does that mean to you?
Really prideful. Our company's been around, A&W Root Beer since 1919. So it has a long, history, and it's been all over the United States. So makes us feel really well. So.
And you have good members of your team. We have, the whole team's been here for a while this past hour, including Rudy here, big old friend Rudy. But why don't we go ahead and make a root beer float? Obviously making a root beer float isn't the most difficult thing. You grab a glass and then you grab some root beer. I went ahead and grabbed some stuff right before the show. And I know that at your restaurants, you don't typically have a little boxed up ice cream like this. You have soft serve to go and help people enjoy and make it a little special experience. And then we have some root beer. I guess I can grab this one over here behind me.
I can grab this one if you'd like.
But I think sometimes it's nice to look at a refreshing treat. And plus people, it's summertime, so sometimes it's nice on a warm day, you might go and grab something like a root beer to stay refreshed. But it's sort of, it's a good way to go. One thing that I love, I love having vanilla, but also branching out. I know some people will like things like a chocolate ice cream or something a little different, but I know obviously your restaurants have just the vanilla, but still it's good treat to have, definitely. So a very interesting process. So all it takes is just really a few ingredients, but you all have it to where it's, it's much more, it's not just that, it's not straight from a bottle or anything, it's not some carbonated thing. You guys go and make it fresh for people to enjoy right there on site.
We do, and then at the end of the process after mixing, we have different instruments we use to check to ensure that it was mixed correctly. And then twice throughout the day we check to make sure the root beer is at a proper consistency, which would be 34 to 37 degrees temperature, which that's our perfect root beer temperature. So.
Absolutely, a nice cold root beer on a good day like this. Well, we're so glad, Mark, Rudy, the whole team, for y'all to be here to join us to share a little bit about that process.